These men are trying to meet up with teenagers online.
Do you have kids of your own?
Yeah,
What would they think of this?
they probably just own me.
They think they're talking to actual teenagers, but in reality, they're talking to an adult decoy posing as one on the other end.
You say
What?
14?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like the kind of girl
no,
one.
That's too young.
I act older though.
I was like,
Have
oh,
a
that's
good
kind of
Saturday
like
night?
out of the norm for a girl.
How's it going?
But I guess, I'm pretty sure girls do
Not
it
only
too.
is it immoral and downright disgusting, but it's illegal. And these guys know that very well.
You won't believe some of their excuses.
I don't have no intentions to try to do anything, no, buddy.
You don't.
I don't.
What about when you said that you wanted to slide your hands up and down her
He was
back?
talking to me like that at first.
They come in all different shapes and sizes.
It's poor judgment on my part to ever continue the conversations.
Just want to let you know you've just been skeeted.
What is skeeted?
No, I'm Skeet Hansen with the Predatorial Investigation Unit. I'm Skeet Hansen with the Predatorial Investigation Unit. I'm Skeet Hansen with the Predatorial Investigation Unit.
Dr. Larson was in a car accident last night. I'm Skeet Hansen with the Predatorial Investigation Unit, and these are the dangers of your kids using the internet unsupervised. I hope you've brought your appetite because we've got a lot of predator pasta to dish out here.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Skeeter Gene here, coming at you from the editing room, and if you haven't already, be sure to check out my page on Locals. Here you can access exclusive, early, uncut, and uncensored Predator Catch content. If you're not familiar with the platform, it's basically
I
just
saw
like
that one.
Patreon, except
Oh my
I can
god,
post
that one was
just
hard to
about
watch
whatever
when
I
you
want
started
on there,
singing.
including some content that may be a little too hot for YouTube. You never really know what's going to happen here on YouTube with their highly strict guidelines, so I highly encourage you guys to consider becoming a Skeet supporter on Locals so that we can keep delivering you guys the content that you want to see. Now that I've got all my e-begging out of the way, I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh, and be sure to follow my second channel and my Twitch as well. It's always a rather embarrassing experience when you get called out for chatting online with a 13-year-old girl. But even more so when it happens at your workplace, and your
Damn.
manager hears about it firsthand. Unfortunately for John, that was the case. Now keep in mind his name is actually Adam, but he calls himself John. After chatting online with our adult decoy for some time, John got so invested with her that he told some of his personal information, which only came back to bite him. We set up an online profile on a dating app, posing as a teen girl to see if any potential predators would take the bait. Unfortunately, John took the bait, and after enough evidence was gathered, we set out to confront him at his workplace about the conversation that he had with this underage girl.
Damn.
It turned out that he worked at an auto care shop, which was convenient since my car was having a bit of an engine issue. Since John was a mechanic, we thought of a rather creative way to begin the interview process.
Man, how's it going? You're like a mechanic, right? Yeah. Yeah, I got like a, I don't know if you want to take a quick look. I don't know how busy you are. I got like a little diddler under the hood. Over here, if you could just like look real quick. That'd be your picture, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you sent that to a girl that told you she was 13, not too long ago. That'd be all right. You'd be,
After the interview, all information is passed over to the appropriate law enforcement agencies. It certainly seemed that the vehicles that John was working on weren't the only thing that had a couple of screws loose. You'll know what I mean after you've read some of his chat log. It's almost as dirty as his hands were from being under the hood all day. The girl tells John that she's 13 and asks if he's okay with it. John says, yeah, it's fine. I just don't want to get in trouble. Do your parents check your phone? The girl says that she wouldn't tell anyone and that her parents don't check her phone. John says that he's thinking about dirty things.
Wow, bro.
He describes some of the acts that he wants to perform on her and even mentions a specific position that he wants to try. He asks the girl if she knows what a 69 is,
Oh,
and
gosh.
proposes that they do that as well. John then brags about how well endowed he is. Now, why would a 13-year-old girl need to know that? You gotta wonder.
Why would a 13-year-old need to know
John
any
had
of
quite a bit
this?
to say in his chat log, but that wasn't quite the case when he met me, face to face.
Now, Adam, or John as he likes to call himself, came across our decoy profile on a dating app somewhere in the summer of 2022. Right off the bat, it was very clear to Adam that this girl was 13 years old, and he did not hesitate to keep talking to her and turn the conversation sexual. Now, I can't go into too much detail here, but the things he was saying that he wanted to do with this girl were very, very graphic, and he was very descriptive. In the chat log, he did acknowledge that what he was doing was potentially very illegal, but that didn't stop him. He just kept going, and he even made plans to meet up with this girl on a weekend when she would be home alone.
Damn.
Now, in these investigations, we often hear that, these guys have never done this sort of thing before, and it's always their first time. And we know that that's not always the case, but I think it may have been the case with Adam here, because he wasn't very careful with covering up his tracks at all. After a few exchanged messages back and forth between Adam and the decoy, the conversation moved over to texting, and Adam actually used his real phone number to text this girl. So because he used his real phone number, I was able to do a quick number search and find out some information about him.
IP breakdown.
At some point, he did tell the girl where he worked. It was a certain auto care chain. He mentioned the name of it. And after I did the number search on him, I did find an address, and I looked for a few of the auto care shops around that address. And pretty much after putting 2 and 2 together, I narrowed it down to which of the 2 auto care shops that Adam might work at.
So this might be him right here, and it's like we got this guy moving around here. He's looking pretty busy.
He did say that he was like the only one working.
He said he's the only one working right now at the time.
Oh, so he's a hard worker.
Yeah.
So dedicated to the job.
He dedicated to the job.
Class act.
Let's see. Okay, well, I'm gonna put this thing under the hood. I'm just gonna walk right over there and see if I can talk to him and see if that's him. All right, boys. We're gonna go holler at the boys right here in the shop. Looks like they're getting down, and we're gonna see if our boy Adam is here. So hopefully it goes good. So.
How convenient. It's only Adam working there.
I'm not seeing him. I'm gonna try going in and actually talk to someone, just asking if this guy works here.
Let's go that route.
I wonder if there was more people working, how would he specifically get Adam?
Yeah, no, Dice said he doesn't work there. I see him. You can see him. Zoom in right. See him right there? You can see him right there. He's working on this pickup truck over here, it looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and tape his picture
Oh, did they go
up
to
over
another one?
here. You can't really see him now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and tape it over here, though. All right, boys, there's John. We see him right there. I'm gonna go over and ask him if he can take a look at the little diddler that I got going on under the hood here. We actually are at the correct Firestone this time, so. Hey man, how's it going? You're like a mechanic, right? Yeah. Yeah, I got I don't know if you want to take a quick look. I don't know how busy you are. I got a little diddler under the hood over here. If you could just look real quick. Yeah. So, Yeah, that'd be her picture, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you sent that to a girl that told you she was 13, not too long ago. That'd be all right. You'd be Adam, right?
Yeah.
Adam or John is what you call yourself here. I have a whole chat log of you. Do you remember talking to this girl right here? And here she tells you that she's 13.
Whoa,
so.
whoa, I didn't. Why is there a guy holding a camera?
Oh, this is for documentation purposes. That way you can't say anything happened that didn't. And if I could just have a word with you here. Now, you see here, she does tell you that she's 13. Adam or John. So, I mean, what makes it okay to talk to a 13-year-old girl like this? And you talk very Now, it looks like you were planning to meet up with her next weekend and do some rather naughty things, right? And, I mean, here you say your parents don't mind you being on a dating app. I mean, you're acknowledging that she's 13 here, right? And you say you don't want her parents to check her phone and get anyone in trouble, right? I mean, that's what you say here, right? You say here that you're thinking about so you were thinking about the 13-year-old girl, is what you're saying, Adam.
Sir, I don't.
Yes. By the way, I'm Skeet Hansen with the Predatory Investigation Unit. Just so you know, we do report all our findings to the police. Okay? And here you say that you want to be her missionary, and then having her lay flat on the ground on her stomach while you
God damn, dude.
a 13-year-old girl. A 13-year-old girl, John? Adam? Is it Adam or John? Oh, it's Adam. I see it on your shirt now.
Now, at this point, Adam was really feeling the pressure. He was nervous. He was sweating. He really didn't like the fact that he was being caught in 4K, as they say.
Yeah,
And it's just getting worse as every minute is going on. You know, he's got this grime and grease all on his hands from being under the hood all day. He's got this sort of car oil scent going on, combined with a little bit of body odor. And that could have actually been avoided if you just put on a cologne from Scentbird. And this video is actually sponsored.
Oh,
by
it's
them.
an ad.
I am so f***ing sorry for interrupting your regularly scheduled dose of Predator pasta, but
That's okay,
I'm
because I could
Seletsky,
skip.
and I need your money.
That's the beautiful
So,
part.
You want to do this with a 13-year-old girl?
I will.
Can you explain yourself?
Yes, I can.
Okay, well, please do. We already have your picture and everything.
Oh, I know, sir.
Okay. Well, please explain what makes this conversation okay.
I wonder
And we
if he's
want
ever
to stop
like
this before it
popped
should
off on a
escalate,
dude
'cause you were planning to meet
before.
up
Maybe
with her
like in
next
the
weekend.
beginning of his career.
She's 13, Adam. You ask her what she's done. You say
Yeah.
she says she's done kissing in a BJ. You ask her how she liked the BJ. Okay, and then you say, I like to think I'm pretty big.
Can I go get my manager just to have a witness?
Well, we can get to that in a minute, but I just want to talk. I mean, we have a camera witness here, but I just want to talk to you about this challenge. You say that you're 8 inches fully hard to a 13-year-old girl. Why does a 13-year-old girl need to know that, Adam?
May I give my side of the story, sir?
Sure, please.
All right, so met her on the website. Thought she was 18.
At first.
Yeah, at first. Then
And she never told you she was 18.
No, she didn't.
She told you she was 13.
Well, I thought she was 18, and then I started asking her questions. And
What about initially, right off the bat, when she told you she was 13? You're saying she told you she was 13 and then you started asking her questions? Or are you saying it was the other way around? Because the first thing I have is, you know, she says, I'm 13, is that okay? And then we get the questions. And you talk about how you're 8 inches fully hard. You say, I would have to go easy on you because you're a virgin. I think you would love my is what you say.
Dude, what
You say
the
it's really
fuck?
big
This
and
dude.
thick. Last girl I had with said she could feel it in her stomach. I mean, why does a 13-year-old girl need to know that? So do you want to explain like what your plan was?
I mean,
It looks like it's obvious what your plan was, but
Jesus
do you have any other explanation?
Christ.
I know it looks really bad.
It does.
It-
It's not
it
a good
is
look.
bad.
She's- And not only that, Adam, but it's illegal. A conversation like this with somebody you think is 13. Okay? But finish with what you were going to say.
I mean, I don't want to seem like a bad guy or an ass, Because I mean, I already do it flat out. I mean,
I would say so. This is a dirty chat log I got here, and I'm not even done going through it yet.
I know.
You know what you said, so.
I know.
Okay.
I'll own up to it.
Okay.
I will.
Okay.
But I'll cut ties off with her.
Okay.
I mean, I know what I did was wrong. I mean, I'll be a man, stand up to it.
I would hope so. You say I'll see if you can handle it, then put all of you. I've never had with a white girl before, and she says, so I would be your first, and you said yes. So you acknowledge that you want to have this girl. And you've been talking for a couple weeks pretty consistently. You say, I figured we could do I could eat, we could do a 69, and if you're down for it, we could have
damn,
too.
bro, this.
You want to do all this, all these
Bro, get the cops
different
already.
acts with this 13-year-old girl, Adam. I mean, what makes it okay? I mean, you do know this is illegal.
Yeah, I do.
So why do it, Adam? Why have a conversation like this? And she says she doesn't know what a 69 is, and you go into detail explaining what a 69 is in very graphic detail.
Jesus.
I can't even repeat what you were saying in here, okay? If I did, I might need to start going to church on Sundays because of the vulgarity coming out of my mouth if I were to read that. I think you say if you were 18, I would blank the living blank out of you.
God.
So
I don't
you
know
do
how
acknowledge that she's under 18
how he's so calm.
multiple times here. And you even say, I would like to, but it's illegal. You say it right there, Adam. And I don't want to hurt you, because I know you're looking for friendship, and honestly, you just want a friends with benefits, you say. But you acknowledge that it's illegal, and you still
Still
talk to
acknowledge
her,
what the
Adam.
fuck you're doing is wrong.
And currently, as far as it looks, you're still planning to meet up with her next weekend. Because you were busy this weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, was your plan was, it looks like your plan was to meet up with her next weekend.
My plan was
Right.
just to hang out.
Just hang out.
Yeah.
See,
So no no blanking the living blank out of her, and no 69, and no is what you're saying.
no.
None of that.
No.
So
I-
why say it here in the messages?
I just figured I could.
You figured, I mean, you can. It's free world, free speech, sure, but I mean, you see how this looks.
Oh, I know, sir.
How am I to believe that you weren't going to do any of this next weekend?
Well, the truth is you can't.
The truth is I can't, but I mean, there's no way of knowing, but what's there to steer me believing otherwise?
Exactly.
Because that's
when
all,
you're
that seems to be
giving
all
is
you
just
talk about.
hinted
You
towards
say you have a
that.
fantasy of her answering the door in underwear when she shows up.
Jesus
I'm sorry, when you show
Christ.
up. So you want her to be in her underwear. I mean, it just goes on in here. You talk about your size and brag about it being 8.5 inches. And you say, wait till you see it. And then here was, you were texting her late at night. You say, she was seeing if you might want to hang out or something. And you said, I don't know if your blank can handle my big so late at night.
Dude.
So what does the time of day have to do with that? Matt, I'm just curious. I mean, it doesn't seem like it adds up here, but like you mentioned before, we
Dude,
could
I
get your
think
manager if you
no
want.
amount. I don't think any lawyer can get him
it's
out of
just-
this,
Want to
bro.
know what's going on here?
That is like undeniable,
just-
in your face evidence.
They just what, Adam?
Someone coming?
Well, I mean, I didn't expect something like this to happen to me at work, so.
Well, sure, but I mean, that's what happens when you talk with someone that tells you they're 13, and then you go on to tell them where you work. And the information was forwarded over to us. And we want to stop anything bad that should happen before we're to get there next weekend, is what you were planning, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So pretty much you guys are just here just to.
We're just here to stop a bad thing before it happens. And then we're going to have to forward this to the police and see what they want to do, because it is illegal, of course. And we are going to have to notify your manager of what's going on here. Like you said before, if you wanted to
Down one
be a
worker.
manager.
I think he's down the only worker.
Is there anything else you have to say for yourself, Adam? I mean, what do you think should happen to you? What do you have to say? I mean, what do you have to say for yourself for this? I mean, it's a 13-year-old girl.
I mean, I know, sir.
Sure.
I know it seems really bad. It really does.
Oh, it's very bad. This is
It
filthy
doesn't
chat
seem.
log.
It is
Adam.
bad, dude.
I know, sir. I'm just trying to.
I mean, almost as dirty as your hands are there from working on cars all day.
Dude, way dirtier.
You know,
bro. That's bad.
It's very
dude.
dirty.
I just want to say I'm really sorry. Cut off all ties with her. I swear. Won't
Okay.
speak to her ever again.
I hope you don't, or any other 13-year-old girl for that matter, or anyone else who's underage.
Anybody,
I mean,
exactly.
why not
Anybody else
talk
underage.
to an adult? You know, someone your age and plan to do adult things. You know, don't involve a 13-year-old girl. You know, she's not even in high school yet, Adam.
Do you got like a card or something?
That's right here. This is my identification. I'm with the
Mine, like
Predatorial
a-
Investigation Unit.
Like a business card.
I don't have a business card. No, we don't give that out. I identify myself, and we give our findings to the police. That's all I can tell
may
you.
write down your name and everything for me?
Yeah, if you want to write down my name, that's fine. I'm Skeet Hansen, the Predatorial Investigation Unit. Or if you just want to remember, if you can remember that, that's fine. You'll most likely be hearing from someone in the next few days here.
Dude, that's so
And we can even let your manager know,
disgusting, dude.
just so they know what's going on. All right, so did you want to get your manager then? Looks like you don't have too much going on over here.
Yeah, let's get my manager.
Okay, well, let's get it to him. Let you lead the way.
Does he have to be filming when I get my manager?
We document everything just so no one can say anything happened that didn't happen, and vice versa.
All right.
Just so everything's recorded and documented, so there's no one can lie about anything. Basically, that's the reason we do that.
All right. Well, I'm gonna
Jesus.
Oh, manager's over there. Perfect.
have to have you write. Can you like write down your name for me? And
With it, he sends a picture there, and that is his phone number. Says a lot of things here. He talks about her parents not knowing if they were to check her phone or something. And then he says he's thinking about here, and to be honest with you, he says, I don't
surprised
know,
he doesn't,
since you're
like,
not 18. So he
Start
acknowledges
off on
that she's
him,
not
dude.
18.
Like, doesn't beat the shit out of him. Or try to.
Here he goes on to talk about what she's done. She said she's done kissing and other things. And then he says, I like to think I'm pretty big. And he says he's 8.5 inches hard. So he goes about to talk about his... Oh, sir, could you please not touch the binder?
sorry.
Appreciate it. This is Predatorial Investigation Unit property. So,
Well, I just don't want my manager to.
I thought this was your manager.
He is.
Are you his manager? Okay. And I can go on here. He says, I think you would love my right there. I mean, we have everything on him. And I mean, this just, it goes on, I mean, he says, we'll see if you can handle it when I put all of my inches in you, he says.
Basically repeating
So he
everything
goes in depth
told-
about
he
what a
just told
69
him.
is and says I would say so. Step into the office here, I guess. Just follow Adam here.
What's happening? I know I skipped it. Are they making him call the cops? Like on himself? Or what's going on?
Sure. I'll just use my binder as a... Okay. And what do you need my information for? Just wondering.
Well, to know exactly who I'm talking to and who I spoke with.
Gotcha.
Just as a reference.
Okay. And we will be forwarding it to the police, so they'll know what's going on already.
Camera as well.
And for documentation purposes, yes, Adam. Good day to you then.
Good.
I'll just get on out of here. All right, right, so looks like the police just arrived here. Good, how's it going, man?
I thought that was an edit, but that's the actual light.
So the reason we called you, yeah, there's this guy. His name is Adam or John. He works at this. Yeah, he works at this Firestone here, Complete Auto Care, and for the past couple weeks, he's been having very sexually charged conversation with a girl that told him he was 13 in our sting operation.
Okay. What can you show me here?
You see here, that would be his picture here. Nice smile he has, as you can see. Here, you can see the girl does tell him that she's 13, and then he immediately gets very sexual. You can see right there he acknowledges that she's 13, and asks when her parents are going to be gone. Right here, he does say that he wants to put his blank down her throat, which is just, here he says he knows it's illegal. He doesn't want to get in trouble, this, that, and the other, and I believe it was right around. So in this part here, he goes into graphic detail about what a 69 is, and tells the girl that he wants to do that to her, and then he says, basically, I want to blank you in the blank while you're bent over face down, and it just gets into graphic detail here. And as far as I know, it is illegal to have a conversation online with someone that you think is 13.
Okay. Is there any way that I can get this information?
With that auto care worker?
No, I appreciate it.
Yeah, so nothing that you can do right now?
No, there's nothing that we can do right now.
Okay.
It's going to be all up to our detective.
Gotcha. Okay,
Really?
cool. Well, appreciate you guys coming out.
Even after all of that, they
Have a
can't
good
do
one, man.
nothing?
I just got to ask, what's with the pink handcuffs?
Oh, it's to let everyone know that you can still be a bad bitch and fight crime.
Good one,
Wait,
officer.
what?
Good one.
Thank you.
Okay.
So we gave all the information to the police and, of course, to Adam's manager. And we're going to see what's going to, be done about it. It's got to be really embarrassing having your manager find out about this. Getting busted at your job is one thing, but when the manager finds out too, it's just, that's a whole nother
Oh, what's up,
dynamic.
Carl?
Now, I do hope that Adam can learn from this experience and not go on any more dating apps and chat up any 13-year-old girls. That's for sure. It has been quite a while since my interaction with Adam at his auto care job, but since then I have not seen him on any of these apps. And I hope it stays that way, but regardless, we will be keeping an eye out for him. The Predatorial Investigation Unit is always watching. Adam may have just been another alleged predator that happened to fall into our investigation, and we know that
Dude,
there
they
are
don't
many
say
more out there
if anything happened or
just
not.
alike. And if they happen to fall in our investigation, as Adam did, they will be discovered, and they will ultimately get skeeted, just as Adam did at his job today. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of To Skeet a Predator. If you did, be sure to leave the video a like and subscribe
Damn, bro,
to the
that's
channel.
crazy. I think this is the
Also, be
first
sure to
episode I've
check
seen
out
that they don't
Scentbird.
do
Huge thanks
anything.
to them for sponsoring
And this
this
was the
video.
most
Their links will be down in the
evidence.
description below.
Well, I guess it's because he wasn't meeting up with the underage girl. So all the other ones, they actually go and meet up. It's a decoy. So maybe that's why. But I don't know, man. That dude that dude's a piece of shit, dude. All right, I think that's gonna be it.